What's up guys, it's Jesse from The Power of Adventure, and today we're going to be installing and reviewing a DC powered air conditioner made by VELIT in a 2024 Sprinter camper van. Let's get into it. All right, so let's start with why exactly would you want a DC powered air conditioner? So the advantage of a DC powered air conditioner is going to be that you don't need an inverter, you don't need shore power, or you don't need a generator. You can simply use a 12 volt or 24 volt battery bank and directly power the air conditioner itself. What this does is lose any inefficiency with an inverter. Good inverters generally have a 93% efficiency, but that means 7% of your energy that you're not able to actually use. So when you're able to use a DC powered air conditioner powered directly from a battery bank, you're gonna effectively be using 100% of your power directed towards the air conditioner. And because an air conditioner is generally one of the largest loads from your battery bank, this is a big advantage. So you may be wondering, why have I never heard of a DC powered air conditioner before? Well, in all honesty, off-grid camping and air conditioner use is something pretty new. With the expansion of lithium batteries and the combination with solar, people are finding it more viable to be able to go and off-grid camp with air conditioning in hot climates. So today we're going to be installing a VELIT 12 volt DC powered air conditioner in a 2024 Mercedes Sprinter. Let's get into it. All right guys, so we will start by unboxing the unit. It did come in a small plywood crate, which kept it safe through the mail and all the way to our shop. This unit does come with all the necessary parts to install it in a camper van. Here's our 2024 Mercedes Sprinter. Going to install the air conditioner in the rear of the van, right above the bed. As for layout, we are looking for a 14.5 by 14.5 inch hole, and you can see the 4 corners that we've already drilled. One very important thing to keep in mind is to try to collect as many metal shavings as possible. We like to use a cardboard box and cut it up as a template to catch all those shavings. You can see that we're using a step bit and a drill to enlarge the holes for a jigsaw, and then we're just going to cut out between our 4 corners, and that should be a perfect fit for our air conditioner. Okay, let's clean up all those metal shavings. You want to get them all so they don't cause any rust. All right, time to file the raw edges of the hole we cut. You want to get all those loose metal shavings off and prep it because we're going to paint it. Here is my little paint dauber that I'll use. Go through, just put some black primer on that surface so there's no chance of it to rust. Once it's dried, we'll take some acetone or alcohol and clean it up really good. Let that dry. And I'm going to glue down this gasket with some Sikaflex 221. This is going to ensure that no water can get in, and it really truly makes it a permanent install. Okay, so I'm just going to get a little squeeze out all around the gasket. I did install this unit by myself. The actual air conditioner is a little bit under 70 pounds. As you can see, I did get it up there by myself, but it would be easier with 2 people. Okay, so I did test fit this. You can see that I have the paper covering the adhesive on the gasket here. Just test fitting it. I actually didn't record me putting it in, but this was a test fit. It fit well, and I simply just took the air conditioner back out, took off that adhesive backer, and then slapped it back in there and fit really nicely. Well, here it is on the inside. Laid out really nicely, nice tight fit, and I think it looks really good. Let's get it mounted up there. We're going to use the supplied bracket. There's some threaded rod that you thread up into the air conditioner, and then this bracket will pinch the AC up against the metal roofing. As you can see it starting to tighten up there. Okay, we're just going to snug it up on all 4 sides, go back with a ratchet, and just finish it off. Now that the air conditioner is installed in the van and everything is watertight, we are going to fast forward through the build process so we can talk a little bit about how we will power up the unit. So the air conditioner comes with a factory supplied plug-in. This is an Anderson connector. It makes it really simple to connect their wire harness to it. It comes in a wire loom. Just make sure that's really well protected and supported all the way down to the battery system. So for this installation, we have our drop-in electrical system. This is the main utility for the entire van and where all the major electrical equipment is located. We make it really simple with our customer connection point. This is where everything distributes into the van. However you connect it, just make sure that you turn off the power first. All right, so now that we have the air conditioner installed and we verified that we have the correct voltage there, it's time to turn it on. Let's go over some of the basic functions and how to set it up. Okay, so let's start by powering the unit up. You'll see that the power button is here. We'll hit that. If you long press the mode button, you'll find that it'll change from Celsius to Fahrenheit. We'll change it back to Fahrenheit here. Okay. If you just simply press the mode button, you'll switch between the various modes. Right now we're in Eco. It goes to nighttime, turbo, fan, cool, and back to Eco. The plus and minus switches here will adjust the temperature set point. These two will adjust the fan speed. You also have your directional air pockets, which can be routed in any direction. It also comes with a remote control that does all the same functions. All right guys, so let's wrap up this install. Quick review. Why would you want to use a DC powered air conditioner? You'd want to use a DC powered air conditioner when you're going to be using your battery bank voltage more often than you're using shore power or a generator. The advantage of a DC powered air conditioner is that it's going to use your DC power from your battery bank most efficiently. You're not going to be wasting any energy with inverters or anything like that. It's also a lower draw. This VELIT air conditioner boasts about a 700 to 800 watt max. And again, maybe we're looking at 12 to 1500 watt draws from a 120 volt air conditioner. Now that being said, this air conditioner is a 8000 BTU, which is going to cool a small space like a van or a RV bedroom very effectively, but it's not necessarily a drop-in ready air conditioner for every RV air conditioner. It's not going to be able to cool an entire fifth wheel RV or an entire large travel trailer, but again, in a small space, very effective. The install process was fairly simple. We've routinely installed air conditioners, both DC and AC. This one was great because it comes with everything you absolutely need to put it inside your van or inside a small RV. What we're gonna do is gonna make another video specific to power draw, how much energy it's using, something called the duty cycle, which is how often it turns on and back off again. And all these different parameters we're gonna be able to track with our drop-in electrical system, and we're gonna be able to see how much energy it's using as compared to other types of air conditioners. This is going to help us design better electrical systems, understand how to use our electrical system better, and help everybody else to understand the efficiencies of a DC powered air conditioner. If you think any of our services could be of use to you, you can find us on the web at powerofadventure.us. You can find us on Instagram at powerofadventure, and you can find us on Facebook at Graver Electric LLC. As always, thank you for watching. Your views are always appreciated, and we'll see you next time.